Great morning. It is Saturday. It is the beginning of the year. 2018 is here. How many of us were just saying in the early part of December, "Oh my goodness, I can't wait for 2018 so I can start all over again." Guess what? We now have another opportunity to do things the way that we want to do them. But here's the deal. What is your plan? It is Brent Harding. I am the founder and host of Wealth Warrior Group. And it is my pleasure to be here with you live. And guess what? Effective the first Saturday in February, I will be back live continuously. I want to thank all of you for understanding the project that I was working on. It wraps up the last Saturday is January 27th, and then I am back to continuous live full-length broadcasts. How about that? Very, very excited. And we're going to see a monumental adjustment. I know that you've heard me mention that several times. Well, I'll tell you what, I am working with a consultant and a coach who is going to help me make it burst and come alive. How about that? So it is my pleasure again to be with you. It is a new year. What's your financial plan? Because this wealth is what we talk about here, not only for ourselves, but for our families. It's about the legacy. It is about what are we leaving for the next generation. And it just so happens that right now, that's exactly what I'm working on. During the month of December, I had an opportunity to be with my nephews. It was fabulous. I've got to tell you, a 17-year-old and an 11-year-old, two different styles, two different personalities, working individually and then bringing them together. And it was an awesome experience. They are the legacies of our family. Who are the legacies of your family? And what's your financial plan? This year, we are going to be talking about taxes, taxes, taxes. Right now, most individuals are getting ready to file those taxes. What's the plan with the funds that are going to be returned to you? We said the foundation is a home. It is a building. It is something that is bringing in money. So we're going to be talking about those taxes. You're going to hear a term called income shifting during the year. In fact, you're going to hear from that sooner, you're going to hear about that sooner than later. We're going to be talking about paying off debt, bringing the debt down and raising the credit up. Because as you recall, I always say you are never going to have as much money as you're going to have access to credit. And so how do we build that and make that happen? And then, of course, we need to be talking about investing. Where is our money going? What are we doing with it? How are we making that money make money? How are we getting a return on our investment? So get ready for a wealth building year. Utilizing, guess what? Those paychecks. And any external funds that come into you, we're going to squeeze our paychecks. We are going to squeeze them so that we can invest here and here and here and here. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. So if you are working a full-time job, guess what? This show is for you. This broadcast is for you. If you want to reduce your taxes and find ways to do that, this broadcast is for you. That is whether or not you are working a full-time job or you are working a part-time job, whether you are working a full-time job plus you are running a side gig. Guess what? This broadcast is for you. If you want to understand how to pay down the debt and how to get yourself positioned by raising up your credit score, here. And if you want to understand how to invest, why to invest, what to invest, here. And this is a family affair. That's right. Bring the kids, have the kids sitting right here with you so that you can turn to them and say, "Did you hear that? This is where we're going." And give them a homework assignment, give them a plan so that they become intricately involved and excited about what we're doing. And what is incredible is people will recognize the difference and they will help you. They will make offers to help you where they can and vice versa. All happening here. Starting in February, completely different format. And so I am enthusiastic. I want to say good morning and welcome to everyone. I'll tell you, I saw folks chiming in Virginia. Hi. So let me get started right now. I practically said everything I needed to say, but let me get started right now and say thank you to everybody that supported the broadcast in 2017. You know who you are. There is a list that is a mile long. I think I will actually put that in writing and put it on the in the feed, and I will bring it to life next week by actually going down the names. But there are so many of you. I appreciate you tremendously. As I shared with you, working with a coach and a consultant, there is going to be a monumental change in look to the show as well as the content because it's going to be narrowly focused so that everybody gets to the destination by December. What's the destination? That is owning property. That is owning tangibles, whatever those tangibles are that you like to focus in on. So again, I will give you a monumental shout out next week, but in the meantime, I just want to say thank you. I also want to give a personal shout out and thank you to Pamela Stone and also Robin Tennille, who hung in there with me through the year. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I also want to say, Albertha Bogan, super appreciate you being an event host with me and hanging in there, being an ambassador, an advocate, all that we could imagine that you would be. Thank you. I appreciate you. You are in that lineup with Pamela Stone and Robin Tennille. Carrie Brown, thank you. Huge thank you. I'm telling you, event host, just working with me, ambassador, appreciate you tremendously. And again, I'm going to make that list public, loud, and proud. Um, Want to share with you that going forward for 2018, you've heard me mention this before, you're going to hear it in full regalia, and that will be, you're going to hear the term My Econ, because that is what, not only is it going to be sponsoring the show, but I'm going to be bringing content to you through that process, because it really is about all of our economy. So when we say, what is your plan? Your plan is clearly about your economy. If you are spending time on this broadcast, it is about your economy. And it's about how do we make it better. We've been at this for a while. Yes, for those of you who have watched the show through the years, we've been at this. Now, 2018 is ramp up. Why? Because you recall, and you've heard me mention it many times, that bell curve. You've heard me talk about the bell curve and the fact that between 2016 to 2018, we had what was called a form stage. We are now moving into the storm where cash is king. So we're going to use income shifting to squeeze money out of those paychecks to create your new viable economy. Why do I say viable economy? I say viable economy because you are going to do some things that we haven't done in the past. We're going to know exactly what's going on with our money. We're going to be tracking it so that we know what's in the checking account. We're going to clean up any of that old stuff that's going on. And it all starts by understanding our economy. So we're going to do some homework in preparation. That is, if you want a monumental change, if you want not a change, if you want to transform and create trajectory for yourself, we're going to have some homework assignments because at the end, we're going to have some homework assignments and celebrate at the end of the year. And when I say celebrate, that means physically we're going to be together. Which leads me to sets of announcements in March. And I will get back to you with a specific date. I will be hosting the networking and after party. And it's going to be at the location that it was in December. We are going to be at the Point Restaurant, and well, it's the Point Pub, and that's at 147 Hanover Street in downtown Boston. We will be there in March. For those that were there in December, we had an awesome time. And we are going to change the day, though. It's likely going to be on a Thursday. So it'll either be a Monday or Thursday, but we want to make sure that we get everybody in the crowd. It was actually a lot of fun. And networking went on, and guess what? For those individuals that are entrepreneurs, they were able to connect with people and make some things happen. They were able to rub some coins together. For those that were in other industries, guess what? They got to do that too. So we're going to come together 4 times this year. Every quarter, I'm going to have an after party, a networking and after party. Why? So that we can share the great news. We can connect with each other. Not only are we connecting when I am broadcasting, but this is so that we are live because we're human beings. We want to connect with each other. We want to reach out and touch each other, give each other a hug and say, hey, how is it going? And guess what? It is going to be going well. It is going to be going well. So be on the lookout because it's getting ready to happen. You know what? You remember you saw something probably on my Facebook page, and it said that 2017 was a dress rehearsal. Well, 2017 dress rehearsals. 2018, it's live. Cash is going to be king. You are going to find out, you're going to hear about deals. People are going to be selling things, and you're going to be able to take advantage of that. From real estate to tangible items, paintings, you're going to hear more about different currencies, how to invest. And then it's up to you because here's the disclaimer. I am not a professional financial planner. I'm not an insurance agent. I am not an accountant. I am not a tax preparer. What I am is an entrepreneur that has spent the last 20 years of her life. I've made things happen. I've had challenges along the way, just like everybody else. And coming out on the other side, watching the trends, waiting and seizing opportunities. And I want to share that and give that to you to seize the opportunities. Get ready. And I'll tell you what, every great dynasty, every great institution, every great growth has a plan. And the plan is not up here. The plan is written down. What are your family goals? What are your personal financial goals for 2018? Are they written down? Is there a number associated with it? How are we going to get there? Every great dynasty, every great family group, everyone that leaves legacy to legacy has it written down so that they can pass it on generation to generation. Now, even those that spoke it, because I know there's somebody out there that's going to say, Brent, generation to generation to generation, there they spoke it. And that is true. However, times have changed. Those generations are behind us. We are going forward. And in that forward state, it is written down. So today, it's just the opening. It was the reintroduction. It was the welcome to the new year. It was to say, get that pad and paper out because it is a new year. And you might have noticed I didn't say it's 2018. I said it's a new year. What's your financial plan? Share it with the children. Bring people into the family conversation so that everybody is on the same page. Now, who is going to lead the charge? That's a decision that you need to make because we all cannot be chiefs and no Indians. We can't all be Indians and have no chief. We've got to have somebody that's leading the charge, somebody that's representing each family, if you will, that's bringing the family together. That's your homework assignment for today is who is leading the charge? Is it family heads? Who's representing that comes to the table so that we can get on the right path? It's execution time. I'll tell you what, if that isn't written out, it's got to be written out within the next 2 weeks so that you go into February executing because you will have lost a month. And that's okay. We can redeem it. Got to get started. We've got to execute. And then feel the joy of that goal coming to fruition. So again, some words that I want you to get familiar with. My econ, M-Y, econ, E-C-O-N. Income shifting, because we're getting ready to make some shifts. Positive, good, great credit. Have you noticed now that a 720 credit score is just good? So 800 and above is what we're talking. I was watching a commercial and the guy goes and he puts it in and he looks and he sees that credit score and it says 720 and I saw the word good beneath it. I can't believe it would only be good. So now excellent has to be well above 800. That's where we need to be because the better that credit score, the more access you have. Now, that doesn't mean you use all the access, but have it ready for a great deal. That's what we're talking about. In February, broadcasts are expanding back to that 1 hour. The likelihood is I'm going to have some guests from time to time, that some of those that will infuse or add to the conversation that will strongly move forward on our economy. And where I may not know, I want to bring somebody in that can enhance that just for all of us. Because 2018 is the storm period of time. So we're going to be in a storm for a little bit. And with the storm come opportunities. With the storm come opportunities when we have that cash. Are you ready? And if not, are you willing to get ready? So you may not be ready, but are you willing to do something? Because you got to have the will. We have to have the will. I am so enthusiastic and so enlivened. I'll tell you what, being with my nephews really helped to reiterate in my mind and enliven in my mind not only the possibilities, but the realities. And I'll tell you, our young folk are bright. They are smart. And if you give them an opportunity, if you put it before them, they'll figure it out. If you put it before them and show them the process, they will get enlivened, if you will, in the game. And it's the game of life. And they will carry on that legacy. So here's the deal. A couple of assignments for us, things to consider is, what's your plan? What are your financial goals? Up to 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. About 5 of them is what we can really manage and focus in on. So what are the 5 goals that by December you want to have reached? You want to have accomplished those? Is one of those goals a house? Is one of those goals to pay off your debt or to pay it down to where it's manageable? Is one of your goals to raise that credit score? Is one of your goals to take an outstanding vacation? Because you're entitled. We've got to reward our brain, which rewards us. So, what is it that we're going to do this year? Because we can squeeze a vacation in there, a nice vacation now. So, whatever those 5 goals are, cement them, write them out and cement them, sign off on those, a literal signature, so that you can be in action mode. Now, here's the deal. Write them out and really think through, visualize those coming to life. And if they're the right ones, then roll with it. And if for whatever reason those don't fit, you got to be quick, take them out. The reason for that is you want to have the right space to do these. I just realized one of my goals, I made a decision. In fact, not yesterday. It said, not the right goal. It's gone. So write them out while you still have the time to take action. And it doesn't mean in June you can't take action, but guess what? Let's not lose any time this year. Let's really run the course and make it happen. Yes. Back to announcements. Yay! Every week we're going to have a broadcast. We start live, fully live. And the 1-hour broadcast next month, February, new look, focused agenda, everything about your economy is going to be discussed. It's going to be chatted about. There's going to be homework. Yes, we all have homework. We've got to study this like we've never studied it before because there are opportunities on the table. That's going to happen every single week. Every quarter, you are going to be invited to join me and to join everyone else for a networking and after party done on a quarterly basis. So we can see each other live and make those connections that we need to make. That's going to be a signature activity every quarter with you, my audience, the Wealth Warrior broadcast. You're going to have an opportunity to come to it and see everybody else. And then there'll be different activities along the way throughout the year that I'm going to be inviting you to. But I wanted you to get prepared for the monthlies and the quarterlies. And I will have those dates early in February. So you will have enough time to be there, but they will happen on a consistent basis. I wish I could share with you. I'm ready to pop with excitement about what is going on for 2018 because it is about to rock. It has no choice. It's coming whether we want it or not. It is coming. It is here. Will you be ready to take advantage of everything that's out there? And it will if you have an open mind. It will if you are ready. If you have a willingness, if you have a desire to just take it all in. We're going to be spreading a table for you. That table actually starts next week. The ramp up is February. So we got a few more broadcasts where I'm either live or I've pre-recorded. And I just want you to know that. First Saturday, February, it is live. And we are back. I am euphoric about what opportunities are out there for you. Write out your bell curve. 2018 to about 2020. You hear a lot of focus on 2020. So about 2018 to 2020, it's going to be, you're going to watch, be a great observer, a great listener, and then be a doer. But they all have to move. We cannot afford analysis paralysis. We can't analyze everything. But by becoming good students, interviewing folks, talking to folks, following through on these assignments, I am totally convinced that we are going to have an amazing 2018, 2019, and 2020. By 2020, and again, my numbers are Generalities, but they're pretty darn close. And if we look back, stop and think about it. It's 20 in 2018, go and look back at 2008. What was happening in 2008? Go back to 2016, 2016, 2006, 2017, 2007, 2018, 2008. What was happening? History provides clues. It does. History provides clues. It doesn't mean that we have to repeat everything, but I'll tell you what, take a look and then go, okay, this is what you can anticipate. May come a little bit differently, but this is what you can anticipate. And then you can go forward 19 and 2020. 2020 is going to be a year. I am, so far as I'm hearing around the world, there are going to be things from celebrations to investing. You will see an uptick in terms of values. 2020 seems to be a pivotal year for that to come together. So right now we're in 2018 and we're doing our due diligence. We are cleaning up our stuff so that we can take advantage of what's going to be on the table. Now, we do want to reward ourselves when we do good. However, the reward has to be proportionate to the good, and we've got to keep it in perspective. I know personally I got a little carried away with some of my good and some of my rewards. So you can ask me about rewards. I'm going to be there to tell you about rewards. As I close out for today, my econ, you can text me, my cell phone, 617-438-7949. Again, 617-438-7949. If you'd like to get ahead of the curve, you'd like to get on the bus and be driving the bus early, you can text the words my econ to me and I will follow up with you and give you a preview of what you can be expecting through the my econ experience. I'll do that for you. Why? Because you're watching the broadcast. I'll do that for you because you're saying, when you watch the broadcast, you're saying to me that, Brent, I want more. I want a lifestyle. I want better, and I'm willing to do the work that's necessary to make it happen. Am I right about that? Is that a yes, yes? I hope so. Woo! I am feeling, oh, euphoric. I hope you are too, because we are about to rock this thing out. Remember the homework assignments? What are those five? What are the 5 financial goals or the 5 goals that you have? They don't all have to be financial, but finance has got to be in there somewhere because that's what the wealth is about. One of your goals may be that you have a quarterly meeting with family members. Could be you have a monthly. So that still fits into what we're talking about. So, what are the goals? Those are the 5 things that I want you to be working on between now and next week. And those goals, it's not just goals. You got to give what's the action that needs to be taken to get to the goal. So here's the goal. What are the objectives that are going to make that goal come to fruition? And what's the financial reward that comes to you and your family when that goal is complete? With that being said, I bid you a terrific week coming up, that you are successful in getting those goals written down, and that you are absolutely extraordinary. I'll see you next week. Bye now.